Race Weekend is brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology.
2 days of good weather for racing, 3 races for each class, double points for finishers, a perfect recipe for a dramatic and action-packed final leg of the 2018 Vios Cup. Up next is Race Weekend with some of the highlights and sidelights of the biggest one-make race series in Southeast Asia.
It's the final leg of Season 5 of 2018 Vios Cup, and we're back here in Pampanga to see how action-packed this race day will be and what Toyota Motor Philippines prepared for all the fans and spectators. Let's go check it out. It was a great race weekend at the Clark International Speedway for the last leg of the 2018 Vios Cup. The sun was out, spectators arrived in good numbers, and the action on the track was equally hot. And off and on the track, the spirit of Wakudoki prevailed in the final leg of the region's biggest one-make grassroots circuit car series. For Toyota Motor Philippines, the end to the 5th season of the Vios Cup was a happy occasion.
Yes, we're very happy first of all, that we're having good races here for the Vios Cup. No? We're proud that this is something that Toyota Motor Philippines began. Of course, our original objective is for some grassroots motor race. No? But best of all is how a normal vehicle like Vios can be a good performer not only on the streets of Manila, a passenger car or a family car, but also on the racetrack. And we're quite happy that up to now we're delivering fun in Wakudoki to the motorsports fans in the Philippines. And most of all, on top of that, we're happy that while there's good performance of the drivers, it also has been safe and fun at the same time.
Toyota made sure the Vios Cup is not all about motorsports, but also all about providing the opportunity for families to have fun at the event.
Because the Vios Cup is something that we want the whole family to enjoy. So we prepared activities for the children. We have games for them, and we have an area near the stage where they can be safely situated.
It was a busy 2 days for teams and drivers. The first was filled with practice sessions, then qualifying to determine the starting grid, and then finally the races themselves. Day 1 saw race 6 for each of the 4 classes in the competition. Race 6 for the promotional class and celebrity class was run simultaneously, as how it's always like, drivers in both classes having to race together. Then came the heats for the sporting and then the super sporting classes. Day 2 started with opening ceremonies, celebrity meet and greets inside the track, and then came races 7 and 8. For each of the classes, the promotional and celebrity class again started from a combined grid. The sporting and the super sporting classes each ran separately.
Well, I'll be very honest with you. I truly wish he was here. For sure, it would be more fun. It would be more competitive. It would be more, because I have 5 points more than him. So definitely, we'll be fighting for the championship until the last race. It's very unfortunate what happened to his dad, and he wasn't able to come. Everybody, it's with him right now. Prayers for him, for his family. We all know what happened. I know Troy would love to be here as well, but those things happen, and we are still here. We have to race, and no matter what happened, at least for the people here, we have to go and win. We still have to go there and finish the race and pass the checkered flag. And so far, everything is good. The competition is very cruel right now, especially against the people from the promotional class. I truly wish he was here, but now, of course, I wouldn't say easier, but of course, that's the guy that I was really fighting for. Now, Sammy still had a chance to win. He still had enough points to win. Chi also had enough points to win. But it's just racing. Sometimes you do well, sometimes you get into an accident, sometimes you never know what's gonna happen.
Also benefiting from Troy's absence was Chi Filomeno. After missing the podium in race 6, Chi bounced back to come in second in both races 7 and 8. As reports also have it, Troy lent his car to her since she got into an accident during their practice. And because of that, some people were quick to judge, but she's quicker to point out equality between men and women.
I'm not like rubbing it to their faces, but I just want to show them that girls can be like equality lang naman. Like degrading and stereotyping women so last year ago, like many years ago pa. So this what I'm doing siguro would show na kaya ng girls, kung kaya ng boys, kaya din ng girls. We multitask. Oh my God.
In the promotional class, Clive Fermin was fastest in qualifying and managed to protect P1 in class to win race 6. But Dimple Napat surprised everyone to win race 7, and despite having to deal with a 30-kilo penalty for winning and the reverse grid regulation for the top 5 in races, still managed to win race 8, drawing inspiration from her coaches and teammates.
Kagabi pa lang sinasabihan na nila ako na, kaya mo yan, wag mo na pakakawalan, nandyan ka na. So, ako, yun talaga nag-motivate sa akin, pati yung mga teammates ko na sinasabi, kaya mo yan kahit ako sobrang kabado na talaga. Since nag-first ako, so meron ako additional 30 kilograms, so babagal and pero yun nga, tatry kong humabol and makapag-podium ulit.
Two of her opponents who are ahead of her in position made a mistake and she was victorious in her class.
Yun lang, proper management lang, tapos proper race management, tapos ayun lang, less pressure.
Also getting a surprise podium finish in the promotional class was Miguel Cesar, who is just in his first year competing in the Vios Cup.
Actually, this is my first year joining the Vios Cup, so I wasn't there for the Alabang race. So this is basically my second race of my race career. Obviously, it was a tiring race, but it was fun at the end of the day, and it was involved with mixed emotions, excitement and nervous. so there, yeah.
There were also surprise winners in the sporting class. Rafi Latorre was fastest in the qualifying and won race 6 from pole. But it was young John Dizon who was the biggest winner in the sporting class. He topped his class in race 7, and despite being weighed down by an additional 30 kilos in race 8, John Dizon still came out to claim the top of the podium.
For me, syempre, at first kinakabahan ako. I want to win also. And syempre, ginawa ko, inutahan ko lang muna yung kalaban. I don't wanna push and go dicing with them agad. Kasi mangyayari, makakahabol yung nasa likod namin. So, I take time na mag-cool down muna kami. Kasi kung puro palitan kami, might be mag-crash or something. So, yun lang. You have to think talaga in the race.
In race 7, while eyeing for position which he was able to get, John broke his driver's side mirror, and for spectators, that would be a big challenge for him. He agrees, but it also seems like he's ready for such situation.
Yun ang pinaka mahirap, pero may mirror naman ako sa taas then sa right. So, pero sometimes may lumalapit then someone dive, I can't see. Pero I try to feel where you see and try to look every time before I turn.
It was perhaps a tougher competition among drivers in a super sporting class. Alan was fastest during qualifying and then won race 6 from pole. But the added weight and reverse grid in the next race proved a tougher proposition among the more experienced racers. Estefano Rivera was the man to beat before race 7, leading everyone in terms of points, but got into a problem which resulted into a DNF. Gerald Loy then topped race 7 before Dominic Ochoa ruled the final race of the 2018 Vios Cup and eventually named as 2018 Vios Cup overall champion.
Sobrang dami namin pinagandang kasi nag-start kami, actually minalas kami. Overheat engine kami. So before start ng quali, kailan namin magbukas ng makina. So nung nagbukas kami ng makina, automatic yung 10 pace grid penalty. We qualified third that last 10, so 13. Sinerte kami kahapon from 13, nakatapos kami ng 5th. So reverse grid siya, so nag-start kami ng second, sinerte natapos kami ng first.
Gerard stressed that there are challenges and adjustment is the key.
Ang naging challenge lang talaga yung init. Kailangan namin mag-adjust sa driving kasi sobrang init ng truck. Siyempre, overheat yung mga tires, so kailangan mag-adjust.
Even before the last race was run, Toyota is declaring that the 5th season of the Vios Cup is a success.
I think it's successful because when we started this in 2014, there were only around 28 racers. But now we have 48 racers. And I think that's an indication, a big indication of success of the Vios Cup.
And even before victory celebrations were over for winners of individual racers and the championships, drivers and teams were already looking forward to Toyota to organize another season of racing.
Well, if there is a Vios Cup Season 6, I would love to be part of it, but feeling ko I don't want to be part of the celebrity group anymore, or I wish I would maybe go to sporting class against Gino, against Fam, just to become, I truly believe I became a better racer.
I'm really looking forward already to the season 6 if ever there is. And sana kunin pa rin ako ng Toyota despite everything.
As of now, we're still, as our normal Toyota way, would like to, of course, look into our current program and assess it. And then based on that, how do we improve on it? And based on that, we will plan and finalize on how to give fun to the motoring public. Not only them, but of course other customers of Vios and Toyota. But of course at this time we cannot as of yet divulge or announce our programs.
And that's our coverage on the final leg of the 2018 Vios Cup. The season might have ended, but we will surely bring you what's next for it soon. This is Ray Louis Gamboa. See you next week as we highlight more motorsports in the country.
It will be another long wait for the next season of the Toyota Vios Cup, which over years has drawn a bigger grid, more participation and support from teams, bigger crowds on race weekends. Perhaps it's time for a longer series, more rounds held closer between race weekends, maybe a round in neighboring countries. Just a suggestion.
This week's feature on Race Weekend has been brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology.